dum 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 dum
Space between.
Yo. Welcome back for those who saw that first failed live stream to the Space Between podcast, where we talk about the space between life and art, passion and business, what's happening now and what's happening next, bitch. It's Pat Shand.
I'm Amy Shand.
That's the second time I've started one of our videos with a nice hearty bitch. You know, last was the token video. I was like, it's space between, bitch.
He likes to get aggressive.
Yeah, you know.
I feel like because you say the intro every time you say it, so it kind of probably gets boring for you. So then you have to put a little bit of oomph at the end sometimes. And sometimes you're just in a different mood, you know?
It's true, yeah. Sometimes I go in hot. Sometimes I go in lukewarm. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I go in fucking blazing, okay? But, you know what? You're right, though. It's, I find myself that when I'm saying the intro, less the intro to our reaction videos because that's so quick, and more the podcast intro, I don't really fucking, I don't really see it as words, you know? I just like kind of like go through the thing. And we have to figure out a way to fucking, to work this. I'm starting to get pissed.
What's your problem right now?
Here's the thing. We want to stream live on Facebook. We want to hear the theme music as it plays in this motherfucker, but when someone comments on our shit, I hear that bitch ass burn.
Oh,
you know.
So I'll have to try to remember to remind you to turn the sound off when the intro's over, right?
Yeah, you know what though? Yes, more though.
Simple fix, right?
Yeah, but I want to make it complicated.
Is it though? You said.
I want to go into Facebook,
okay.
my settings, because why would I ever want a ding from Facebook? Okay?
Yeah, I think mine are turned off or something. I don't know. I haven't heard that in a long time. I don't even know what that was.
But why would I want that, you know?
Like, for example, do you remember what, like, the Snapchat notification sounds like?
Oh, no.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Wait, but you use Snapchat all the time.
I know, but I turn the sound notifications off because they're annoying.
I use Snap exclusively for you. We have a bunch of people watching right now. We have Matt Knowles comments, I don't think your computer liked the way you were talking to it.
The first time, yeah.
Yeah.
It said nope.
Oh, and Matt also in the previous live stream commented a thank you for backing his Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah, that was mad nice.
Yeah.
I saw that.
He has a Kickstarter with Steph Cannon, and it is called, correct me if I'm wrong here, you guys, I think it's Tales from Nocturna. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments below, and I'll shout you guys out properly. Steven Lightman goes, oh, hell no. Steven is, I mean, for those who follow the podcast, Steven comments and watches our live streams a lot, but Steven is the guy who you'll last remember when we had Smiley Chris, the Flat Earth rapper, on. He said, I love you guys, but this is getting kind of crazy. And he was out. But Steve, if you're still here right now, the guy that you thought was sexy, homie with the hat last time, he had his own episode. Where were you, dude? He had his own episode. He was and for those who don't know who this is Twan. He was talking about our past together, our former beef, you know. Oh, Matt's going in on the promotion. Matt in the comments puts the link Tales from Nocturnia. Oh, dude, I was so close.
He said pretty close, man. Pretty close.
I was so close to the point where...
Oh, and he says call it whatever you want.
If that was a test in school and I was marked wrong, I'd be kind of mad, you know?
Oh, you'd say.
I think I just told you the story, actually. I still remember in first grade, I put the answer to a math question down, right? Mm-hmm. And I wrote a number 1, and my handwriting was so bad, and I drew, at that point, I wrote number 1s like this. If you're watching the video, it makes so much more sense. I came up, came down double the size, and at the bottom it had a base, right?
Like
so What?
Go ahead.
No, what were you going to interrupt me about?
I'm trying to guess what it looks like. Like a 7?
You know what? I don't, maybe a 2, because
Okay.
2,
All right.
you know? But this fucking teacher marked me wrong. And listen, that looks to me still, I'm imagining it in my head distinctly number 1. Looking back, maybe I could have been a bit biased toward my own handwriting.
Your handwriting is still so bad, but you type, so.
What do you mean? It's my handwriting, back when Amy and I worked at Starbucks, I marked the best cups.
Look at that manila folder right there. And that's on a good day.
That's good.
Okay.
At Starbucks, if it was a chai, tell me the marking. CH. You're too late. I'm fucking lightning fast right now. I would write CH in huge
Cover
letters.
like the whole cup.
The whole cup.
Now we
Because-
have the stickers, so.
Ooh, I'd be so mad if I still worked at Starbucks and they said put a sticker on that shit instead of writing the marking. You know what I would say? Guess I have to. Okay,
My handwriting looks like
guess.
a kindergarten teacher. I read the signs at work.
but your handwriting isn't. No offense, because you are so good at your job at Starbucks, right? But compared to me, the one thing I was better at you at the job was marking cups.
Okay.
You mark cups like shit.
All right. Keep thinking that.
You wrote letters so small that could have been anything, you know? If you wrote a 1, like me at a young age, I would have been like, is that a 7 or is that a 2? What the fuck? What did she mean? You know?
You're a sicko, babe.
Marco Lopez in the comments goes, hello. Steve Lightman goes, please, your handwriting is atrocious, he says.
He said that?
Yeah.
He's right.
No. Listen,
Thank you.
I have the best handwriting, probably in the whole comics industry. I have the best handwriting, the most clear handwriting. Because listen, if you watch the video podcast, what could those letters be but SBE?
But it's not. It's about the aesthetic, you know?
Sure isn't.
But with those, it's not, you know? But
So how are you today?
I'm good. When I got home, I was looking at the schedule. My name's on the second page. So I was looking at everyone who works tomorrow, thinking, like, who am I going to work with? Then I got to my name at the very end. It was blank. I have tomorrow off. I'm so excited. I didn't even know.
I feel like you're a fucking agent.
Yeah.
I could have told you that. I knew you were
know,
off.
I know.
Yeah.
I always ask you just when I work the next day. But I was just looking at the schedule. And, yeah, it's super dope. And I also, for whatever reason, don't have to babysit tomorrow. So I have the whole day off, which is so rare.
Hell yeah. It's just me and you, baby.
So I'm super excited.
Hell yeah. Let me tell you something. I can't say what it is, because I don't mean to fucking flex on you guys, but
Straight flexing.
last night, I finished the script for a feature film. And let me ask you a question.
Congratulations.
Thank you. If that feature film were just a pet project and not for something, would I fucking flex a little bit? Would I be fucking flexing?
What he's saying is, for those of you who don't understand the dance that's going on right now, is like to write a full script is definitely a feat, but to write like a full script that actually like has its place on a path somewhere already is different than to have a full script written for not for no reason, because it's not for no reason, but
I'm on the path.
basically it's very exciting. And also you had a book come out today.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen.
I'm trying to help you.
Are we trying to make this a fucking flexathon?
Flexisode.
Is this the flexisode? Because bitch, I had a Marvel book come out today.
Was it the Spider-Man one?
Yeah, it was Spideyography, and just just to fucking flex a bit more on you guys, went to Barnes & Noble. Wasn't there.
It's exclusive,
Went to Target.
apparently.
Wasn't there. And guess what? They didn't even sell out. Because they just didn't order it. Fucking flex.
Is it 'cause it's
Humble
big?
flex, you know? No, it's because I guess they didn't want the shit. I don't know. No, yeah. Some books don't get ordered right away. Some do. And
find it.
No, yeah, we're definitely gonna find it.
I'm excited because I want to give it to, even though he can't read because he's like 5, I still want to give it to the boy that I babysit because he loves Spider-Man more than anything.
Maybe he'll finally appreciate me as a Spider-Man writer.
I'm going to tell him I wrote it, actually.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just point out your lies. Oh, we have so many comments.
Zam.
Marco Lopez says, that's not bad. My handwriting looks like the writing of a drunk doctor. Okay? Zach says, my handwriting's atrocious. I guess you're my brother in
Zach,
atrociousness.
I miss you. Come get a freaking Frappuccino at my store.
Nick says, with the mad flex skills. Steve says, oh, the screenplay. That's the tone that I picture. Oh, the screenplay. A bit of like a hushed wonder tone.
It says in the background.
Jen says, good morning. It's definitely night here.
Where is she at?
Steven says, sweetie, can't flex when you don't have it. Yo, I'm a thick bitch though, yo. I have it all, you know?
Steven is sassy today.
You've never seen flex skills like this, you know? Jen says, perfect timing. Ruben says, flex on him. Flex out, you know? Steven says, we need hot men to flex. You got one right here, motherfucker.
Boom, baby.
Jen says, seriously, hey, hi. We have Jack Holder in the chat. We have Michael Dolce, Shannon Talty. So now, as to not alienate our later on readership, let's get to this too. So what I want to say too is beyond feeling good about finishing something, it feels so good to not have an impending deadline hanging over me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, honestly, the amount of times that I've been falling asleep on this couch while working, I don't mean to fucking throw you into the cosmos, but it's astronomical.
He gets mad at himself when I wake up to go to work. I look beside me, the bed's empty. And then I
could have been spooning her.
I wake up, get ready to go to work, walk out into the living room. He's just sleeping on the couch with his computer up.
Oh, hey, can I ask you a question really quick?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah. Really quick, though.
What did they say to you?
What are you talking about?
When your teachers in the 8th grade asked you to stay after school today, what did they say to you? Did they tell you why that you're in trouble?
I feel like today at work, I was warranted to be in trouble.
Why?
Because I was a total bitch all day.
I'd never call you that.
Well, at least 4 customers would.
4, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I can tell. And then I'd be like, sad in my head, like, man, I'm being so bitchy. And then I'm just like, nope, you know what? I'm on a roll. Fuck it.
Okay.
Bang the fridge closed.
You know
Until
what?
my little 5-foot friend Tommy tells me to calm down, you know?
I'll say 2 things, right?
Yeah.
If someone goes to Starbucks,
I get so mad. I don't even know why. It's so stupid.
yeah, I mean,
If any of those 4 customers came to the door right now, I'd be like, listen, I definitely was overreacting today.
yeah,
I'm really sorry. Like, I legit was about them today.
yeah,
Sometimes they're totally in the wrong.
sure,
Sometimes it's like a situation where if I took the time to explain it out, it's like, holy shit, they're so dumb.
yeah.
But this time, like, you know, they're kind of dumb, and I just...
You will a little bit.
The situation is like a little, like how Twan was talking about a fire on the last podcast.
Yeah.
How he would, like, his sizzles down.
Yeah.
Mine goes up and out,
Okay.
in a way.
So you took it to the cosmos.
Deaf. What were we talking about again?
Well, I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah, Pat was saying I look like...
Wait, hold. No, wait. Don't interrupt my point with a point that I already made and completed, right? I have a,
You said that?
Yes.
Okay.
I said that a long time ago. Years ago. I have a point about you. 2 points, right? About your situation. 1, if a customer goes to Starbucks, this is what I believe, right? If a customer goes to Starbucks and has an interaction with you and that ruins their day, they got other probs.
But sometimes, like, it ruins my day, so I have props.
My second point is that if I go to McDonald's and the person in the drive-thru is even a little bit rude to me, I'm so fucking pissed.
Me too.
You know why?
What?
Because I got other props.
Yeah, definitely. But I remember one of my old managers, Noelle, told me that one of the best things about me that she knew was that how well I knew myself. Even though I get caught up in the moment, heated, later on in the day I can be like, wow, that happened. This exactly happened because of this.
So you have good, what's it called, after sight?
I guess, but it's like literally useless. Because what am I going to do on my next shift? Get pissed.
Well, you could try to learn, right?
Help me, people.
Well, we do have a bunch of comments. We have a lot of comments coming in today. We have Jen says South Africa. Cool. That's awesome.
Oh, word. Okay, so that's why it's morning time there.
That's so crazy.
Good morning.
I could have never thought. I mean, obviously, social media is worldwide, except China. But fucking that's so interesting to me that we could have someone watching our podcast live from South motherfucking Africa. That's cool.
That's neat.
Marco Lopez comments, "What's this about a script? TV show based on the Pat Sham property? Say what?" I'll say this. Not the flex too much, but it's for a feature film. Can't say what it is, but if I were a YouTube personality that really leaned into what they do on YouTube, I'd be like, "It's your boy just finished the screenplay," you know? Your boy just finished the screenplay.
It's cool because soon enough we'll all be able to see more about it. But right now it's kind of in the process of still being made, so it's a little bit secretive. So that's why all the flex.
Oh, and you know what's kind of crazy?
Not so many words.
Yeah, you can't say what it is. Fucking humble brag,
Imagine
you know?
if I just said it.
Oh. I mean,
Ready? 1, 2. Just kidding.
I can only be mad to an extent. Do you know what?
I would never do that.
You know what's so frustrating though?
Huh.
Fucking. I can't say who gave someone associated with me in the project the okay to talk about it at a convention, and I wasn't there, so I couldn't be like, "It's your boy." I couldn't do that shit. So maybe like other people out in the world know that it exists, but right now I'm only able to talk about it with my wife, with my mom, with a few select people, you know. Ruben Romero comments, "I love finishing a project. I've never done it for something as big as a screenplay. That's on track for a feature, but still love the feeling of getting it done." Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, definitely. We feel the same way,
Yeah,
you know.
finishing any project. I mean, I've never written a screenplay, but I definitely know how you feel, you know?
Definitely. I mean, how did you feel? I felt I actually felt more this way for you when Prison Witch came, even than Clusters. I felt really cool watching you read your final book of Prison Witch, you know?
Yeah, you know what? I just had a weird train of thought. I was thinking how, to me, completing a project is getting the complete project in my hands. And that speaks to me more in the sense of because I've done more of modeling.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
yeah, that makes sense.
you go and you do the photo shoot and everything, and you dress that way, and you maybe do your makeup or whatever, and then you take the pictures, and then once they're edited and processed and everything, and then you get them back, like, that's super cool. That feels like, all right, this is done.
Yeah.
So exactly, when I get the book in my hands, or when we're going to be able to see the movie and stuff like that, is when I get the most excited, which is really cool.
You know what? I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Especially, honestly, less so when I was just work for hire. Because in that case, I would feel done when my publisher that I worked for exclusively, Zenescope, would say this is approved. Then I feel done. Now that I run, I mean to flex, but my own publisher.
God, this is definitely the flex episode.
Now that I run my own publisher, I
Right here.
I feel complete when I get the book and I go through the physical book and I'm like, oh, printer didn't put page 1 where page 69 is supposed to be. Okay. Jen says, who is Pat and who is Shandy? This is Shandy and I'm Pat.
One of my friends at work, because my last name's Shand, I guess.
Yeah.
Always, and you're gonna guess who this is immediately.
Okay.
When I walk in the store and come to get my drink, says, "Hey, Amy Sugar Dance."
Tommy.
Nope.
Really? Who?
Sam.
Oh, okay, yeah. That I understand.
But they're good friends. So
Sugar
that makes
Dance.
sense. Sugar Dance, Shand, and then he calls Kim. What does he call her? Something else. It's a weird last name that doesn't make any sense too.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna actually do this. Watch.
God, I want to ask her what it is.
This guy Sam is an outspoken but somewhat
He's so cool. We're gonna interview him like eventually. I want to.
he's such a specific personality.
First, he pissed me off.
Definitely.
And I'll tell him on the podcast.
He reminds us of Andy Bernard from The Office. So
Likeable like Andy too, though, is
Yeah.
the thing once you know him.
So what I want to do is if I'm ever around and he calls you Sugar Dance, I swear,
to be pissed?
I swear I'll do this. I'm gonna say, did you just call my wife Sugar Tits?
What? I thought you were gonna be like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
No, that's how I'll start. I'll say, hey, what the fuck did you just say? Sam? I'll say, and then I'll continue.
He'd probably be actually scared because he doesn't like confrontation, you know.
Jack Holder, who has a book right now on Indiegogo. 1, why not Kickstarter? 2, your book looks good. Says, right now, it's not about finishing the project, but about inspiring the audience with my crowdfunder. I feel you.
That's important too.
Zach goes, more true barista stories. Oh, yeah, actually.
That's a whole podcast.
Yeah, I mean, what I've enjoyed about this podcast is now that we used to have topics in the past, but to me, fuck a topic. I enjoy when we're just off the cuff. You know, do you want us to chain ourselves to the fucking pole of a topic, or do you want, or maybe do you like it raw? You know.
I mean, I listen to a lot of themed podcasts, and I also listen even more recently to podcasts that are more loosely structured.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel, those ones make me feel, the ones that are more factual and the ones that are more structured and themed, it's like when I want information. I feel like I want to like binge information and stuff, but the ones that are weekly and more loosely structured just make me feel like I have friends in other places, sort of.
I feel like that's almost two different. I mean, obviously it's two different genres. But I feel like it's almost two different art forms, almost.
Yeah, because that's more like documentary.
Yeah, like the preparation that goes into it is entirely different.
Yeah.
Like we could do a podcast like that, you know. What I would love to do at some point is I would love to do a second podcast where I watch a certain TV show with Amy and maybe some other people, and then we do an episode by episode breakdown. You know. That could be fun.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
And that would be more along the lines of like a topical podcast, you know. But for this, I used to say, okay, today we're gonna talk about the first time that we got high. You know, when I would rather now have that idea, not write it down at all, and just mention it to Amy, surprise her, and then see what happens from there. You know.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be in the car thinking like, oh, I know we're gonna podcast today. I try to think of. Or before we started the podcast, I Google like topics to talk about on your podcast and shit. But I don't know. To me, that just like so far, it just seems like we do so much work with the company and everything that it just seems like a little bit more homework, which eventually I would like to do, you know. But like you said, a second podcast, because this is cool enough for me, and I think it's fun, and we get to connect with people first live, and then we put out the recording. So
Definitely.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. What's the main differences between Kickstarter and Indiegogo? I mean, I know Kickstarter's been super great to us, and that's what we use and everything.
Right.
But is there like a big difference?
Yes.
What is it?
There's a difference.
Or you can tell me later.
There's a difference in the comics community that I'll tell you later. But as far as now, what I'll say is that the main difference is the urgency. Indiegogo, they have a fixed goal. It doesn't matter if you don't hit it. If you say your goal is $10,000 on Kickstarter, if you get 9,999, the money doesn't ever go to you. It's never charged because you didn't hit the goal exactly. It doesn't go to the backers.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's more like GoFundMe is Indiegogo, kind of.
Yeah, but for projects it has to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the differences now in the three. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because it's not for Indiegogo. If someone donates $1 and your project is $10,000, right? You'll get the $1, but now it's on you to make the project that you can't afford, So that's why, it's more of a risk. So it's like, if you're already gonna make it, I see why it makes sense to go to Indiegogo. Right. But hey, I want to let you answer one of these questions.
What is it?
I'm curious to see what you say because I have my take. I know what I think is your take. Stephen Lightman, who is sassy as fuck tonight, in our comments
He's pissed at you right now.
says,
I don't know what you did to him.
Pat, stop interrupting your wife and let her do what she needs to.
Steven, I'm the interrupter. I think he's mistaken.
That's what I was gonna say. We we even have a bit where Amy interrupts.
I think he has something against you tonight. See, I just interrupted him again.
Amy interrupts me so frequently on the podcast and the reaction videos that we have a bit. What happens is this. It's less in the podcast, because in the podcast it's just fun. We roll with the cuffs. In the reaction videos, Amy will interrupt me, and I'll pause, and then I'll put like a threatening tone on, and I'll say something absurdly threatening, and I'll add in the video, I'll add this like building, like one of those like Law and Order type tones, like a nice like dark ominous tone, okay, and
ominous.
And that's what we do, So, Amy, if I interrupted you, I'm so sorry.
I literally don't even remember when.
But I really think that Stephen Lightman might have a fucking problem. Okay? Thank you for watching those, Steve.
No, he's always here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, me too. Get comedy,
Oh, my God. Yeah, we listen to a lot of podcasts. We're starting to talk like the podcasters we listen to. That's how I feel they're our friends.
I don't feel like you talk like anybody.
I feel like not talk like them, but quote them a lot.
Oh yeah, no.
Reaction.
We quote them all the time, but
right.
I feel like we always make sure to give everyone credit.
Totally.
When we quote them. Jen says they married, are cutest. We are married and are the cutest, especially my wife.
Is that the lady in South Africa?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Isaac says, why do people rely on other people to make themselves happy? And he has about 7 question marks there. I don't know.
That's a very good question.
The question.
A very good question.
Yeah. It makes me want to fart.
I don't know the answer.
No. Okay, so Jen says that's a hard question. Jack says new genre of books which seem not to be the best fitting Kickstarter. I get it. Jen is bringing people in. Awesome. Terrell says, yo, Cat. Terrell is someone I actually know from high school who used to call me and still calls me Cat Shand.
Oh.
Steven says, your threatening tone makes me laugh. It's so funny. Hey, he's back on my side. He's back on my side here. Okay. Steve, thanks for bringing Jen in. Hey.
Aww.
So, I want to say this. Before, aside from all the flexing, what I want to talk about is that when you have a deadline hanging over your head, it's kind of like, it feels like that old short story. Do you know the story by fucking, what's bitch ass's name? Edgar Allan Poe, okay?
Possibly.
It's called The Pendulum in the Pit.
I've heard that title, but I wouldn't be able to recite that for you.
Motherfucker. I don't know the exacts.
Okay.
It's been since college.
A quick Spark Notes.
It's been since my English major degree.
Okay.
in my memory, motherfucker is strapped to something, right? And there's a sharp, swingy pendulum over him. Every time it swings, the bitch gets closer. And it gets closer and closer and closer. So the deadline to me, when it's something big, even if I know I can finish, it feels like I am that guy, stomach exposed, waiting to be sliced by the pendulum, you know? And then as soon as I hit send and it's gone, boom, the pendulum disappears. However, when you write for a living, guess what?
There's a new pendulum.
Above it?
Or 4.
It's like one of those fucking, like, it's one of those steampunk-ass grandfather clocks. You know those shits where you see all that shit moving around? First of all, what is all that? What is all that shit moving, fucking steampunk guys? What is that shit, okay? So, but pendulum. There's multiple pendulums swinging at different heights and different paces, all coming down to your boy.
To your boy.
But right now, actually, I've cleared most of my deadlines. And I feel good.
Well done, lover. And I cleaned both of my rodent cages today. And that's definitely comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get mad. But yeah, so we have some new comments too. Jen says something about Spider-Man not being in a bookstore. Telltale Heart. All right, so yeah, Telltale Heart is another classic. You know, Telltale Heart. That's one that I actually taught. Because I'm not sure. I hate to make this more of a fucking
Flex
episode, but I used to teach.
Professor Shandy was called.
In my class, Professor. One time, so disrespectful. A student called me Professor Weasley.
That's funny.
And guess what? Not even like an outright joke. Like they didn't say Professor Weasley, you know. I heard them say it in passing to the side in conversation about me.
Did you call him out?
Yes, of course.
That's why we're married, because I would have done the same thing.
Fuck yeah! Like, hey, what'd you say? Huh? Another Weasley?
Another Weasley. I always say that.
I always say that.
I always say that.
But yeah, no, it's been work-wise, it's been a lot. Just overall stress-wise, there's been a mountainous mountain, right? That's why I'm a writer,
So
bitch.
descriptive.
Of stress crushing down on me, you know? It's crazy. Not to get emotional on you guys, but fucking, I was listening to an earlier episode of our podcast in December, just because I'm so narcissistic. I have to hear my own voice, you know? Actually, that's just to get vulnerable too on you guys. When I hear my own voice on the podcast, I'm like, shut up. Shut up. You know? I mean, no, sometimes I think that I make a good point, sound good, but I'm so impressed by how she sounds. So clear.
Interrupting you all the time.
You interrupted me to talk about interrupting me. Are you meta?
On purpose, I did that.
But yeah, so I was listening to an older episode, and I heard us first talk about our cat Wesley, who was shaking his head. We thought he had an ear infection, and I was like, wow, we've been bringing Wesley back and forth to the vet for 5 months now, you know, and he's an older cat, and he has what is either a viral infection or something worse, and it's been a lot, you know, it's been a lot. One, I mean, obviously it doesn't matter, but just bringing him back and forth like once a week or so, it's been a lot just to keep thinking about it.
It's a lot on him too. It's stressful.
That's what matters more to me. Yeah, like, yeah, I just want him to be comfortable and okay. We recognize that he's an older cat, you know, so we just what I want to say is that I'm grateful for this specific vet's empathy and the way that they're taking care of us as patients, because we've had trouble finding the right vet. In fact, we actually had a little bit of trouble finding the right vet in this vet facility. But once we actually found the right vet, I mean, I didn't even tell you this, but today the receptionist came out from behind the counter and asked how Wesley's doing.
Aw.
Like sat next to us to talk to us.
Yeah, most of the office knows who he is.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're very accommodating as far as, because they're really busy, you know, because we live in kind of a small town, so they have a lot of clients, but they be moving things around and stuff to get us in the morning and stuff, and so they're really awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, that was great. The vet tech and I had a nice moment. The vet told me an emotional story today, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, I ask what that... I started that little vet tech joke right in the middle there.
Oh, I didn't even know you were talking about that one. I'm still thinking about Wesley. Pat has a crush on the vet tech.
I'm trying to lighten it up a little bit, you know, because we really do care so much.
We do. We love our boys.
Our son
and
Wesley.
And our one girl.
Yeah. But,
they're our kids.
Yeah, I always try to tease her about me and the vet tech, you know.
Tries.
She got a nice haircut, I'm going to say.
She cute. So what?
So listen, so yeah, just that has been, it's just been a lot recently. So just, I mean, it's such a small thing in the grand scheme of things to finish something that you're working on. But I don't know, I feel good. And I feel sort of like a bit of, is the word synchronicity?
Well, what are you
But
talking about, like your life right now?
is that a word?
I think it is a word.
I feel a bit of synchronicity. Two moons passing, eclipse, right? I feel a bit of synchronicity in the fact that I finish my shit and you have a day off tomorrow.
Yeah, super nice. We should do something fun tomorrow. It's been.
Did you forget our plans already?
Yeah.
Really?
What are we doing?
I reminded you. Ooh, imagine not being pissed at this. I reminded you today. We're seeing Captain Marvel tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, when I'm at work, I'm just like, ugh. But that's cool. That's obviously what I want to do, so that's a good idea.
I'm steaming mad. And by the way, when you see my dad...
Oh, actually, I'm busy.
Do you remember that bar?
No, what is that?
It's from Eminem's My Name Is.
I knew it was Eminem, though.
Hey, everyone watching, do you guys ever, do you remember back in the 90s? And like early 2000s or so, when a rapper would put out a single, they would re-record it. There'd be a
With different
fucking version.
I always say this. The one that I remember the most is...
Can I guess?
Yeah.
For you, In the Club.
Yes.
Sing the clean version.
Pocket full of mama, I got what you need. I'm gonna make love, so come give me a... No, I don't know it. I can't think of it.
I'll start rapping it, okay?
Okay.
And I'll try to think of the clean versus the dirty. Pull up out front to the Benz on dubs. When you roll 20 deep, there's 20 knives in the club. Yo. Yeah, he changed every dirty word.
Yeah. I'm trying to...
I
look like an idiot now.
No, you don't. No, watch. You're about to remember, right? He says in the dirty version, he says... Racial slur, when they fuck with Dre, now they want to show me love. Mm-hmm. In the clean version, he goes, and they roll with Dre.
Mm-hmm. And then he says something about fucking, but then they changed it.
See, deepest 29s in the club.
I'm done.
Dre want to show me love. And when you sound like Eminem in the hoes, they want to fuck. Mm-hmm. And when you sound like Eminem, they give you plenty of groupie love.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so different. It's so different.
It's a whole different song.
Hey, guess what?
What I'm saying.
2 bars in a row, different, totally different. That's crazy. Hey, they asked him to do more work. And plus, there's 2 versions of in the club now. There's the 2 versions of My Name Is. One, Eminem says, I'm steaming mad. And by the way, when you see my dad... Tell him that I slit his throat in this dream I had. Right? And then, that's the dirty version.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, guess what? Clean version, still dirty. And I'm steaming mad. By the way, when you see my dad, ask him if he bought a porno mag he can see my ad. Still kind of dirty, you know?
Yeah. I would have guessed dirty if you said that first.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have done that.
You really should have.
Yeah. But yeah, that was such a thing in the 90s and early 2000s. They would change the entire shit. And now, yo, how true is this? We turn on the radio and say we're taking a short ride. We don't have time to listen to a podcast or an album. We'll keep on the radio for a short while, right? We'll hear a song, say by Kendrick recently. Yo, there are entire lines that are just blank, right?
Yeah.
Not,
They don't reword it.
no, they just take it the fuck out. The whole shit.
Mm-hmm. And
So
there's
much of it.
music.
So much of it.
It's like half a karaoke version.
Got some comments here. Isaac says, easy question. Vanilla or chocolate ice cream? Vanilla.
I'm always a fan of the vanilla
Fuck yeah.
base.
Red licorice or black licorice?
Red, obviously.
Hey, guess what? No licorice. No licorice ever. Why?
Red vines or Twizzlers, Isaac?
To me, why eat the worst candy? You know, Skittles or M&Ms? Oh, that's a good question.
I think you would choose M&Ms. And I would choose sour Skittles.
At the moment, I would choose Skittles because my mom gave us some Easter candy because she is so sweet, right?
She's so nice.
But overall, probably more M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms, I'll say. Isaac says, you two rock. Thank you. Hey, Isaac,
Thank you.
you rock. Terrell says, gotta go. The kiddo is here. I have a good one. Jen sends a cat. Isaac comments 50. Let's see.
Red vines.
Red vines,
Absolutely.
boom. Amy is a West Coast girl.
A+.
You look so West Coast right now, actually.
I have my California hat on.
And these are just so West Coast, you know?
My khaki Banks.
Yeah.
Oh.
If only the bottom was cuffed, you know, but you can't. They're the those ones. All right, so now we're gonna move to reacting to our Kickstarter of the week video. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, and Isaac comments. Oh, and I forgot lemon heads.
Ooh, yum.
I don't really know lemon heads, do I?
They come in the little box, and it's like a little lemon with a face on it.
Oh, and they're gritty,
Yellow.
right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. All right, so our Kickstarter of the week that I just found this. I'm thinking it's gonna be either funny or cool.
Okay.
But
Maybe both.
it's The Fandom, a documentary film about the origins and the future, okay, of the furry fandom.
Oh shit.
Let's see.
We were just at a convention where someone actually was in their full furry costume.
Yo, so furry. So, and it's such a weird thing. Amy and I were talking about this. Like, why are the furries always crafted in that specific style?
It's a specific art style.
It's such a... And
We're gonna find out.
it never deviates, okay?
We're gonna find out.
So this is...
There's a furry style fucking whatever that is behind them.
This is by Ash Crees. So let's see what this is about.
Okay. They made money already.
Yeah, their goal is 20,000. They've made over 10,000.
Ash, and I'm a filmmaker from Colorado.
Let's start over.
Hi, I'm Ash, and I'm a filmmaker from Colorado. I'm making a docuseries about the furry fandom.
There it is.
Yo,
There's that style.
you know what the style is?
Huh.
It's
Chuck E.
yo,
Cheese.
no, oh, I mean, kind of, yeah, but I had the perfect match. Furries take Crash Bandicoot meets fucking Disney.
Is that
In
that's
my opinion.
probably a for real thing.
Let's go.
They get cute. I like the polka dot one.
So Crash Bandicoot.
I might get into this.
Well, actually, what I should have said is I've already made part 1 of a docuseries on furries. This Kickstarter is to fund part 2. I'd like to examine the subject in a bit more depth and explore the origins of the early fandom. This is where you come in. We need to raise money so that we can go on location and interview some of the people that really helped to drive
What
our
is
fandom
the
forward.
location?
And I need to be able to fund our post-production efforts, which make up over 40% of our budget.
Damn, why?
You got some fucking CGI going? What's going on? Hold on. Travel is 15%, but you're going on location.
Where's the location?
Is it your house? Be honest.
I'm sure you've all seen the CNN documentary about furries.
Do they all gather?
Are you sure? Because I haven't seen that. The CNN documentary about
It's on CNN. I'll watch it tonight.
you got fucking Rachel Maddow talking about furries and shit, you know?
I felt like it glossed over our fandom in a lot of ways, and this is what really inspired me to make this project. I want to examine our past, present, and future, and show the outside world a glimpse of what it actually means to be furry. Thank you so much for your support.
Well, I have no idea, so it's a good idea. You know?
If you saw this on Netflix, would you watch it?
Fuck yeah. I watch so many Netflix. I watch like every documentary on Netflix, unless it looks straight boring. This doesn't look boring.
No, it doesn't.
Plus, it's about. Well, I don't know what it's about. I feel like I'm being judgmental saying it's about sex. But they fuck in those things.
Let me say
right?
something. If someone says that you're being judgmental for saying the furry thing is about sex,
Isn't it?
I would say, hey, furries,
I don't know.
then change the perception, okay? Because
Maybe they're trying to.
maybe.
I will watch this. Yo, the post-production looks amazing.
So let me ask you a question. What would you do, right? Say in the morning, you wake up.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah, say tomorrow morning, right? You wake up. No, it can't be tomorrow.
You don't have enough time.
The next day,
'Kay.
right? You wake up, but you want to work.
Okay?
You say, when I come home, it's on. We fucking, okay? Mm-hmm. Planning some sex.
Yeah.
You come home.
So far, so good.
I'm waiting for you, okay?
Gotcha.
I'm in a furry costume.
Is it the polka dot one?
Sure. They can be polka dots, yeah. What is your reaction?
I don't think you should spring it on me or if you or someone like that.
Right. You might get some hairballs. Yeah.
It's a little bit shocking, if you will, to come home to that with no pretense. But I can't even judge. I wouldn't judge you if you were like, listen, I watched the documentaries and I feel like I would be happy to, if I tried that,
Yeah.
it would make me happy. I'd be like, you know what? Go fucking buy your $800 suit or whatever.
Okay.
It would make you so sweaty though. You would
Oh,
hate to be sweaty.
God.
Imagine.
God.
That's, oh God, you've seen so many movies. I can think of the movie with the ice skating for some reason. I don't know why. The only thing that I remember about it is that Nick Swartzen was an extra in it.
Okay.
But anyway,
You ask me the same question.
I'm not done
About what?
about my story. In the scene in that movie, he works on ice in a suit like that.
Oh, I get it.
Then you go inside the helmet with the camera. It looks so miserable. And then you're trying to have sex, you know, like that? No way. It's already so hot. Okay, I'm done now. What
Hold
would
on.
you do?
Wait, no, hold on. I want to break down why I thought you were done.
Okay.
I thought you were comparing how it feels in a regular hockey helmet
Oh, no,
and
no.
suit to the furry.
No, he was like an ice skater for kids in like a Chuck E. Cheese thing.
Okay, so he was Chuck E.
Deadass
Cheese.
was a furry on ice.
I get it.
And he looked so miserable.
At first, when you were telling the story, I was like, the furry is way hotter than this guy. Mm-hmm. I get it. I get
Super
it.
hot.
So now ask me.
What would you do if you went to the job that you don't have because it's outside of home? You work
I
from
write it
home.
outside sometimes.
Okay, you go to Panera
don't,
to write.
Don't you fucking ever denigrate what I do.
There's nothing wrong with staying home to work. I wish I could do it.
Oh, yeah,
So
okay,
anyway,
okay. I forgot
yeah, you're fine. You go to Panera to work
it.
because you hate your home.
Okay. Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay.
And before you leave, you're like, when I get home,
Right.
I'm gonna have completed a project. I'm gonna be feeling good. We're
Okay.
gonna say.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right. So you leave, you come home later, 4 hours later, and I'm waiting for you dressed as a furry.
Okay.
What do you do?
I swear this is what would happen.
Okay.
I would come in, open the door, right? Close it, lock it. I would turn and see you. I would scream and I would raise my hands to fight.
Sounds
'Cause
accurate.
Here's the
How
truth.
would you know it was me, you know?
Not only how would I know it was you, in my head, there wouldn't be a version where it was you.
That's exactly why I say you can't spring it on someone.
No.
You cannot.
No.
For your own safety.
Say there were a true crime documentary, right? Mm-hmm. And someone came home to their husband revealing themselves as a fox, okay? And they instantly fucking stabbed them, right? I would feel bad for everyone involved, but my thought would be, it's not murder because
It's
they thought it was an invader.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a mask involved, like I always think back to that season of American Horror Story where there was that guy in that black
the
sex
bodysuit?
costume. Yeah, it was like a sex costume.
That was wild.
All leather.
Yeah.
And like the reveal was that it wasn't her husband, it was a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
To me, Amy, if if you left this couch, walked to the bedroom, and came out, I don't care if it's a furry, I don't care if you have a mask on, I don't care if you have a bodysuit on. If I can't see that it's you, I'm scared. Mm-hmm. I'm like,
plus
instantly.
And then why would I do that?
Right. Yeah. Why ever surprise someone that way?
Right.
It's always scary.
Totally.
And this is totally hypothetical. I'm sure no one in this documentary did that. I just wanted to see if my wife saw the furry, would she think it's me? Or would she think that she's being invaded?
I would like to think it's you, yeah.
Okay. I think that I'm more paranoid probably, Like I'm always so afraid that someone's gonna come in my door. I'm gonna have to fuck them up a little bit, Like and because this shit happens. One time someone knocked at our door at 3 a.m. I'm sitting here, mere yards from the door. I grab my knife. I go to the peephole.
Immediately grabbed his knife.
Who do I see through the peephole? It's a tweaker.
Just a stranger, yeah.
A fucking tweaker, man. So.
Oh my god, someone went like this to me hitchhiking on my way into the parking lot today.
Fuck off, yo.
I swear to God.
Fuck off. That person's dead now. They were killed today.
I felt bad because she was a woman, but she was older and she looked really
No.
disheveled.
That woman needs help. Okay? She shouldn't be
Fuck
hitchhiking.
off.
What?
You're making me feel so bad.
Oh, no. Not from you.
Okay.
From a professional.
I thought you meant that I should have went and helped her. Because as I drove away,
Do you know me?
I'm thinking, should I turn around and ask if she needs help or like
Nope.
even just money for the bus? Because
Nah.
I have cash on me.
Nope.
Because I'm like, woman to woman. But then I thought, you know what? I can't.
First of all, if you're hitchhiking, walk somewhere instead. It's so dangerous.
She was nearby like businesses and stuff, so I didn't feel like too bad when I thought about that.
What was I saying though before you interrupted me though? Oh yeah, the story about someone knocked on the door.
Yeah.
Someone knocked on the door. What a cliffhanger to leave them with.
Sorry.
3 a.m. I see a tweaker. He knocked at the door. And I remember I said, what? Real intimidating voice I put on, What?
Like he does in the reaction videos.
Yeah, exactly. And then he said something to the effect of, is Beth there? I said,
Deaf not.
no. Oh, sorry. Walked away. Guess what? In my head, motherfucker wasn't checking if Beth was there.
He was trying to see if someone would open the door, right?
Yes.
Sketchy. What's he gonna do? Steal all the clonsters?
If he came in,
Cuddle the rats?
it's fucking
He wouldn't
pincushion
have time
time,
to, right?
bitch.
Yeah.
It's pincushion. I'm not for the home invasion, bitches. If you're watching and you're trying to invade our home, I'm Florida. I'm standing my ground.
You're wild.
I'm standing my ground, and I'm crazy.
You're wild.
Don't come in my home. Guess what? I have cats to protect, and also, to a lesser extent, my wife.
Because I can protect myself as well.
Exactly. So, we got some new comments. Wow.
Furry jump scare. No.
Jen comments, this is cool. We're not going to watch it because we do one Kickstarter video per podcast. But this might be a future
that.
Kickstarter of the week. Jen comment. What do you?
Sorry, I'm just
How many
talking to
times
myself.
can you interrupt me in one sentence? God damn, Steven, this is your fault, Steven. You've empowered her this episode. So Jen has commented. Man, it took me so long to say this because you're fucking my shit up, babe. You're fired from the podcast. Jen comments a Kickstarter for Florida Man car game. Yo, I gotta check it out. Steve said, I'm coming in a furry costume to your house. Listen,
You know what'll happen.
yeah, you know what's gonna happen. Don't come to my house in a mask, okay? But if I saw a friend of mine at a convention in context where they're furries and they came out to me as a furry, pop the head off, pop that huge Crash Bandicoot head off, and said, I'm a furry, I'd embrace them with love. I'd say, more power to you. In fact, I'll go as far as saying this. In any place that isn't my home by surprise where I think I'm being murdered, if anyone says to me, Pashan, I'm a furry, you know what I do? I hold out my hand. Briefly, I hold out my hand for a handshake, and then I spread it open to a hug instead. Okay? Embrace your inner furry, you guys. Okay? Embrace your Crash Bandicoot mashed with Walt Disney looking ass.
Go check out that Kickstarter if you're interested.
Go check it out. Pledge to them. Get them to their mark so they could do all that post-production. Okay?
40%, bro.
That's so much.
So much.
But I think we'll wrap it up right now, you think?
Yeah.
Got anything else to say?
No, thanks for being here, you guys. There was a lot of live viewers this time. That was really fun.
Yeah, thanks for kicking in. You know, the comments really did help power this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Zach goes, just to finalize the comments here. I've seen Florida Man on Facebook. And if you type your birthday in Florida Man, oh yeah, dude, I did that actually. Where you actually podcast listeners did do this. It's pretty fun. If you type your birthday and Florida Man into Google, you can see what fucking horrendous acts, grievous acts someone did
That's a funny social trend.
in Florida on your birthday. Because guess what? Fuck shit is happening in Florida every
there
day.
are some.
Every day.
Bet.
Maybe we'll do that in a future episode too. Jen says, awesome meeting you guys. Same to you. Zach goes, something weird comes up. It sure does. Everyone, thank you for watching. We don't do outros anymore because we just keep it fucking so raw.
Yeah, have a good night. And if you're in a different time zone, have a good day.
Hell yeah. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
I'm just straight farting.
Nobody can smell it. Except me. Space between.